For one thing, it's my understanding that the report that was allegedly leaked regarding analysis of the effects of the stream protection rule indicates that, or predicted there would be perhaps 7,000 jobs lost as a result of this rule. But Mr. White, I wanted to make sure I understood you accurately on one of the things you said. Did you say you cannot regulate the value of coal? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, we've known for a very long time that the coal industry has been in a downturn. There was even a USGS study published.
But I'm just particularly curious about your feeling you cannot regulate the value of coal.
Currently, with the market and demand for natural gas,
but you think that the government cannot regulate the value of coal? The government doesn't have any effect on the value of coal? Is that what you believe?
The stock market is based on supply
I'm
and
asking
demand.
you, Mr. White, what you believe. Do you believe the government cannot have an effect on the value of coal?
I believe that I have answered the question on how I believe.
All right, then let me tell you what our president said. The president of the United States, while he was a candidate, said that if he were president, basically, he would make the value or the price of energy produced with coal skyrocket. So our president believed he can make the price of coal-powered energy skyrocket. That means if he can make the price of energy skyrocket, then it will drive down the value of coal and make it almost worthless because nobody's going to use it to power energy. And it means people like the 80-plus-year-old lady in my district that said, I was raised in a home that only had one source of energy, that was a wood-burning stove, and because of what is now happening to the price of energy, I'm afraid that's the way I'm going to die. I'm going to die in a home with a wood-burning stove and nothing else because I can't afford it. So I would encourage you to do a little more research into just how profound the effect on the price of energy by overregulation can be. And it really does make a difference. And I do want to ask, Mr. Hunter, I don't know if you know or not, but are you aware of what happened to the poverty level in West Virginia since President Obama took office?
Mr. Chairman, I am unfamiliar with those numbers.
Well, I'm curious, and I want to look into it because I know that the voters, certainly in West Virginia, felt very strongly about what was happening to their way of life and their standard of living, so much so that they changed people that were representing them because of how strongly they felt about what was happening to their standard of living. So in any event, those are matters that I have observed. I don't think there should be any question that by regulation the government can completely put one industry out of business. And I can also tell you that there have been indications, if this administration persists with the war on coal that it has basically had, and you know, I got to give it to President Obama. That is one campaign promise he's keeping. Been a lot of them that he hasn't. That's one he's keeping. But if the EPA does what they're talking about doing, then this administration could very well force potential brownouts in Texas, where we have more energy than we know what to do with it, just because of overregulation. Our skies are getting cleaner every year. Our water's getting cleaner. The state agencies are doing a good job, but the federal government can make life absolutely miserable for people in their 80s that can't afford energy anymore.